Good afternoon, this is David Wendell with BushcraftOnFire, and we're pleased to be with you for yet another video. This is going to be another gear review, but today I want to demonstrate gear that I actually have made myself. We had a request on one of the forums that I'm a member of to show your walking sticks that you've made. And so what I want to do today is show you a walking stick that is an entire EKit that I made about 10 years ago. So what I'm going to do is to take this apart piece by piece and show you the stick and everything that it encompasses. Well, the first thing I want to show you is how this stick was made. What I did was take a shower rod. This is an aluminum shower rod, and I cut it into pieces, and in between I took wood and I fit the wood, there's another piece of wood underneath of this cordage, in to the shower rod so that each of these compartments would come apart. Now, in order to take the compartments apart, I wanted a field expedient way to do that. So what I did was put a thumb screw on here, and what we do is just come off with that thumb screw, and you can see there's a sleeve. That thumb screw goes the whole way through not only the wood but also the metal. That way it holds it in there more stable, and it's able to stop from shaking or flipping out or breaking the wood. Now, one thing I did was inside this kit, I put a candle one time, so you might be able to see some wax up here. It's not a good idea to store candles inside a kit like this because you get wax all over the place. But the kit fits together like that. Each piece will fit on with this thumb screw, very easy to take off. You don't have to have a screwdriver, a toolman, or anything else. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4 separate compartments that I can store gear in. Now, I'm not going to take this compartment apart because it's very, very difficult to get back together. But in this compartment is a heavy-duty garbage bag. It's about a 3 mil garbage bag, and it took me a long time to roll that up to be able to get that inside there. You'll notice on each end of the walking stick I have a rubber crutch tip. I actually got these, just a rubber crutch tip, and you can pull that off or put that on. In the bottom of the stick I put a stopper. This stops anything from coming out the bottom or anything that will go up into the stick to come out and to break the bag inside. But each one of these compartments again comes off with these thumb screws, and they enable you to get inside of there. Now let me show you how I have the materials inside the walking stick. Now, as you can see, I have a second tip on top of here, just another crutch tip, and that's in case the other one goes bad. One thing about that bottom tip, if I want to change that out, I usually carry a 10-penny nail with me into the bush, and I can take and put through the wooden plug and then put that plug back in and have a point on the end. So if I'm in a place where I need more stability, such as ice or something, I have that available as well. Now, let me show you what's in this piece. Inside of this is how I pack all my gear. You can see a wooden plug at the bottom of this. What I do is put that plug in and then put my gear in with it. The first thing that I have in this kit is just a plastic garbage bag. It's a little plastic garbage bag that's rolled up and put in some cellophane plastic wrap. That'll give me the availability to be able to do transpiration off of a tree for water if I need to do that, or carry things with me in the bush. You can see also some cordage. Now this cordage is attached to that stopper plug down there. And what I do is just pull that plug, and I'll take things out as I'm coming up here, and I pull that plug, and I have my kit. Now, this is a fire kit. So in this small bag, I just have some char cloth wrapped in some more jean material, and that is for flint and steel. I also have some steel wool put down in there, and then I carry some other pieces of my fire kit in another compartment, which I'll show you in just a few moments. Let me show you how I get those back in there. What I do, and you can see the close-up here, this is a wood plug that just fits in there. There's a cordage tied around it. This is an inner strand from paracord. I just put that inner strand inside. Then I can wrap my materials, whatever it is that's going into the compartment, up. And they make all sorts of new things today. They make little plastic tubes that you can get to put into here. Kind of a nice thing. But I just put that in and push it down. Put the next piece in and push it down. Put the next piece in and push it down until we have everything in there that we need to go in there. Now, sometimes I need to get a stick to get some of this stuff back in here because that piece of wood does fit in there tight, and some of the components. So what I'll do is get this back together and then show you the rest of the kit. So what I'm doing, just sticking that screw back in. I've got little washers on these thumb screws as well, which makes my compartments watertight. Kind of a nice thing, so if I go through a river, if I go through a stream or a lake, or just get a downpour, these washers do stop any moisture from getting inside. And they're a pretty good deal. So again, that's how it goes together. A thumb screw inside of that sleeve. That's a threaded sleeve. Now in this compartment I have some more gear, and in this compartment I have a first aid kit. So you can see the entire kit is contained inside the walking stick. I guess this walking stick altogether weighs about 1 pound, and that includes the gear that I have on here. But I also attach gear on the outside, and that enables me to take other things at last minute. Everything that's in this kit really stays here. It's a last ditch kit or an EKit unless I absolutely need it. One of the things I have on here that I have done is on this bottom stick. Turn that over if you can see it. I've actually ruled out inches here, so if I need to measure something, I have a measuring stick with me as well, and that goes to 6 inches. Again, I wrapped 75 foot of paracord around the center piece of wood. There's a piece of wood in the center of this and this piece of metal, and the paracord is just wrapped around there with another Ranger band on top. Out in that, I've lashed, as I wrap that cord, just an empty box. This is a military box. I don't know what it carried originally, but inside the box I have some other fire materials. I have a striker for flint and steel. I have a ferro rod. I have some matches. I have a fingernail file, and I explain that to you in my everyday carry kit why I carry a fingernail file. And I've got some single edge razor blades, as well as a couple pieces of flint down in the bottom. Now this box is big enough that I actually have a lot of room to throw more things in there if I need them, and that will enable me to carry pretty much whatever I need to carry. This kit with a canteen, with a 1 pound coffee can, or with some kind of a water carrier and boiler would actually help me to survive out in the bush pretty much indefinitely. I carry on the side here a Gerber. This is actually the first knife that I ever got, and this is just a Gerber folder. Very, very good knife. It's razor blade sharp and in good repair. And then I have one last thing here, a carabiner. This is just one of those cheap carabiners. If I was going out for a long time, I would probably put a D-lock steel carabiner on there and a little carry strap so that I could attach other things, extra cordage, a bag if I was carrying something else with me. I hope you've enjoyed this video, a complete walking stick with an EKit in it, and maybe it's given you some ideas. I'd love to see your video on your walking stick and what you do to carry your kit with you. This is David Wendell with Bushcraft on Fire. We're glad to have you with us for this gear review of what I call the EKit walking stick. Hope you've enjoyed it. Join us for another video and have a great day.